good afternoon. Just checking again on my big screen where I am so I can have a chat with you. We will see. Happening now. Here I am. So I just go on here. No one there at the moment. Hopefully someone will join in a minute. I will just start chatting a bit. So how are you? Difficult times with the new rules about face masks. If you are a friend of me and be on my Heimke Moll website, not on my working website, Facebook page, I've posted something about the masks and a lot of controversy results and comments underneath. For me, wearing a face mask is something about respect. So it fits to what we're talking about later. Respect for the people who have mental health issues, who have chronic issues, for people who are afraid about the virus, but also to protect myself and my family. So that's the reason why I will wear a mask. I'm not a sheep. I don't believe anything the government says. I'm really skeptical. So, but for me, it's something about respect. Hallo Claudia, hallo nach Deutschland. So that's something I just want to let you know. Today, I like to talk about animals we can't touch, or no one else can touch. Not you as an owner, maybe you can touch your horse, your dog, your cat, your hamster, or whatever, but no one else can. Or maybe no one outside of your family, of your group, can touch this animal. First thing for me is to respect this situation. There is a reason for this. And if you have seen one of my chats before, my chit-chats before, I have talked about respect, about our social surrounding us, so where this safe distance around us. Hello, Helen. So this is has something to do with this. So if you have an animal who don't want to be touched by someone else, first have respect about this decision. There is a reason for. We maybe never will find out the reason for it because we don't talk in the same language like animals do. So we never will really find out what's going on, why there is this. We can't look into the soul of an animal. There are animal communicator outside. If you have a good one, it's helpful. It's helpful, and I believe in it, and I know it works. But in the end, we don't know. So respect this, because this is a good basis, a good starting point to change something, because then you can transfer this feeling to your animal that you are going in respect with this animal. You don't force this animal into a situation the animal don't want to be in. Yeah? Think about your own. Think about yourself. If you are in a situation where you don't want to be with others, and someone will say, you need to go, and everything will be fine, and you will be fine, and everything is fine, and you need to be touched, and this, and this, and this. You will say, oh, whoa, 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 stop. And maybe, if you just can react like you want to, you would say, stop, and push the other people away, push the person away. And I think if you think about out of this way, it makes clear why you first need to respect this situation. It is tricky. Our animal don't live in an animal world. They live in a human world. So we need to make sure that if someone else is touching my animal, it is not dangerous for the person. And the other way around, also not for the animal. So if you have a dog who don't want to be touched by someone else, and you can't make sure that no one else is touching the animal, if you go for a walk or something like this, please make sure your dog wear a muzzle. Yeah, there is brilliant muzzle training videos out there on YouTube. Have a look. For me, it is one of the things every dog has to learn in their use. If you have a puppy or something, muzzle training needs to be done, like house trained and all this, walking pretty on a lead and all these things. I think this is a basic thing for a dog to know. We don't have muzzles for horses, but you don't need to be in an area where a horse can be touched. If you are on a yard with your horse, tell the other people and so on. So take care that you are safe, the animal is safe. Cats make it normally simple, really simple. They just don't turn up if they don't want to be touched by someone else, so they just don't turn up. Hi Trevor, give a kiss to Debbie. So make sure that you and your animal are safe. The next step is to find a way to make a connection between people and your animal. How can we do this? We can use different techniques. We can use distance healing. We can use, as I said, animal communication and so on. I like to do, and this is one of my parts, I like to do the T-touch. I've talked to you about the T-touch before. And we can use the T-touch as a bridge between people and animals. So if I do the T-touch with my animal, and I do the T-touch in a really calm situation, in a situation where the animal feels well, where you are relaxed, the animal is relaxed, we're all pretty happy clapping together. So really good, really comfy. And we do the T-touch on our animal. So the animal make the connection between this feeling and this changing in themselves, in the cells, in the soul and everything. Make the connection to a good feeling with a human being. Then we can start building a bridge. Then we can teach. Hi Birgit, another one from Germany, so 50-50 at the moment, Germany and England. Good. Then we can build a bridge with the T-touch to the animal. So I can then show a good friend, someone who is familiar with this and with your animal, maybe because you've been a few times in their house and they know you're smelling, or you are a human being who can be around this animal. Maybe you can't touch the horse, the dog, the cat, but you are happy to be around this animal. So if you then show this person the T-touch, and this person can sit down next or stand next to the animal and can do the T-touch in their inner view, or can do the T-touch like the heart hug on themselves. It's the first step to get closer. Maybe you can put your hand on the animal. This is your bad dog. You can put your hand on the animal and do the T-touch, and the other person can sit next to you and be with you when you do the T-touch. And maybe if you can touch the animal just by the way, by passing you can do as the other person, not the owner, you can do the T-touch with the outside of your hand. So if the animal and you as an owner are happy with the T-touch, you can build this bridge from you to the animal, over the bridge with someone else. It sounds complicated, does it? So if you like to do the T-touch on an animal you can't touch, you also can do it by inner viewing. You can use a tool to do the T-touch on someone else. We love to work, just a minute. with a wand to have an extension arm. So maybe you, if you work with a horse, you can stand on the head of your horse, do the T-touch around the head, and someone else can do from the distance the T-touch with a wand. If you have small animals, you can do it with a brush from the distance. So the other person is safe, but can do the T-touch. It works absolutely fantastic if your animal has a feeling about the T-touch. You train someone else you know pretty good doing the T-touch, and maybe this animal has a little bit of trust to this human being. So this other being can do the T-touch by distance with the outside of your hand. It's the Lama, called the Lama touch, because the inside of our hands is more energetic than the outside. So you can do the T-touch with the outside. You can sit with a friend next to your animal, or if it's a horse, stand outside of the field, safe, out of the box, safe, and you can do the T-touch on yourself. Do the T-touch on yourself. Breathe, exhale, and have this communication through your hands with the T-touch with yourselves. And Linda is always saying, sending trust. Make communication between trust, and heart, and cells. So you can do this communication. And if you do this with a smile, if you do this with a happy heart, to send out this communication, the T-touch, to your animal, you can change a lot. The most important thing is really do this again with respect. It's always the same. Don't push an animal. Please don't force an animal. You need to be touched. You need to be touched. It's fine. We are all so nice to you. We just love you. That's now how it will change something. Really try to start with respect. Respect the situation of your animal, that they don't like to be touched. Make sure you are safe, the animal is safe, and the people around you are safe. Do the T-touch with your animal. You can get some help by flower remedies. You can get some help by distance healing. You can get some help by shamanic healing. You can get some help over distance. You can do the T-touch on a distance. Stand next to your animal or be close to your animal in a safe position. Do the T-touch on yourself. And really send this feeling to your animal. That maybe takes time. Yeah, maybe you will stand hours, not in one run, but always again and again next to your horse and will do this. Do the T-touch on the horse. Train someone else to do the T-touch. Stand with this other person next to the horse, to the hot dog or whatever. Do the T-touch on yourself. Touch each other if you trust each other. If you're from one family at the moment, it's important that you don't mix up people. Yeah, I believe in you that you know all these rules, so everybody is safe. Then, if you have someone who is fine with this animal, to be close to the animal, you can do the T-touch. The other person can do the T-touch on you in the same moment. The other person can do the T-touch on the animal from the distance. Do the T-touch if you're not the owner with the outside of the hand if you start touching. Always touch an animal, always. If you meet an animal first time with the outside of your hand. It's so much clearer, gentler, it's so much better for the animal and for you. And it always shows respect, because you are always a little bit more in distance if you have your hand like this and not like this. So it's different. You can try this with your family. Just stand in front of them like this, or stand in front of them like this. And this has nothing to do with I'm sealing me. No, it's just something to do with, yeah, here I am, there you are, and we can meet in the middle. Yeah. So take care that you find ways to build bridges. I love bridges or rainbows, but rainbow is at the moment always just connected with someone else, something else. So build bridges, wonderful bridges. You can build a bridge from heart to heart, from soul to soul, from cell to cell. Always think about, there is something in the soul, in the body of this animal, that they trust you, but they don't trust someone else. But you know, trust is not built by this. I don't see someone and trust them. Yeah, it's something is growing. Trust is something grows. So give yourself and your animal and the people around you the time to grow together. And see the little steps. See the little steps. If you stand outside on a field with a friend, you're doing the T-touch, you're doing the heart hug, or you're doing the T-touch on yourself, you do the T-touch on someone else, on your friend. And maybe the first time the horse is 15 meters away. And maybe the next time it's just 12 meters. And the next time is maybe just 11 meters. See the little steps. This is what's building trust. It's not building like, I hold you. No, it's like, I give you the choice to trust me. And I'm doing something that you can trust me. And you as an owner, you have this wonderful account of trust from your animal. So you can invite the animal to this account and invite someone else to this account. And then you can meet together and you can build bridges. That costs time because you don't know what is the reason for your animal to don't trust someone else. If you know, perfect. You can work a little bit more specific on it. But if we have, as I always said, second-hand animals, we don't know why. And then it's so much better to think, okay, I don't know. I'm so grateful that you trust me, and I give you the time to build up a new relationship to others. If we do it too fast, then it will not work. It's so easy to lose trust, but it's hard to build up trust. Trust needs to grow. And if you start building on, holding this trust between you and your animal, then it's easier to send them out and say, okay, come on, you trust me, I trust this person. So maybe you can try to trust this person. And with every person you invite into this group of trust, it will be easier for the animal. And sometimes the animal is just waiting for this chance to trust someone else. They don't like the situation, to be unsure, to be afraid, to don't trust. They love to be in a group, in a herd. They love to be loved like everybody. We like to be loved. They like to be loved. And we need each other. So sometimes if you offer this respect and offer this, that you say, okay, have a look, I'm trusting you, you're trusting me, we do the T-touch together, we work together, we learn together, we grow together, and there is a person I trust, have a look, feel, I do the T-touch with her, with him, and we both do this together for you, and I do the T-touch with you, and we invite this person in a safe distance to do the T-touch in the same time with you, or we swap, so I do the T-touch and I wait, and then the other person's doing the T-touch, so we can build this bridge. Then it has a chance, and sometimes there are animals saying, oh yes, that's what I'm waiting for. Oh, thank you. Now I have a chance to open my soul to someone else. And sometimes it costs time. If you have a second-hand dog and you maybe get this dog with 4, 5, 6 years, you don't know exactly. And you don't know how long it cost to don't trust anyone. And if you have a look how long it maybe costs that this dog really trusts you, or this horse really trusts you. So really have a look. Hi, Edda to Turkey. Give my son a kiss. So it's really, really important to build up this account of trust. Hi, Ian. This account of trust And don't think this is something we just get because we are humans and we are so good and I give you a new home and I take care of you and now you trust me. That's not happened. We need to do something to trust the animal, and the animal needs time to trust us. So it's really time, and it's something to do with us. If I'm forcing someone to do something fast, it's not important what it is. If I'm back tomorrow in my job as a youth worker, I can't push the kids to do things. I can offer things, and I can offer my friendship. I can offer to be there for them, and they make the choice when they are ready. If I say, we need to do this, and we need to do this, and we need to do this, and I'm the best, and I'm the cool, and I can do this for you, and I can do this for you. Hey, it's too much. And kids are like animals. They have a really open soul, and we can hurt them easier. So make small steps. Be patient with yourself and with the animals. The only really thing is you need to make sure that everybody else is safe. As I said before, if you have a dog who is not safe, if you're in public, wear a muzzle or make a good head collar training. Make a good training. Please have a look on YouTube and so on, or if you want to know something, ask me, send me a PM. Muzzle training, it's a need for me, for every dog. With horses, it's sometimes easier, but it's also a time. How do you guide your horse? What are you doing? Where are you? In which yard? Is the horse just with you? And what are you doing with your horse? Cats, as I said, it's easy. If a cat don't want to be touched, it will not come close to you. Please take some time. Trust is something that builds up slowly. We have 3 cats, and my little cat lady, she has had some litter last year. She was always outside. I just can touch her a tiny bit. She never will come in really. She is not a handsome little lady. She is wonderful and I love her into bits. When she first moved to her, she was just the size like this, outdoor. And I start doing a little bit the T-touch, just a few touches, slow touches when she was eating. So she knows the T-touch with food. So I was able to touch her properly, and we have then neutered her after the litter, and so I have to hold her inside for 10 days. It was horrible for her because she'd never been inside for 10 days. So always if I have to clear the wound, I was doing the T-touch a bit. I sometimes do the T-touch through the cage and when she was eating and. And then we need to go back to the veterinarian to take the stitches out. And I said, oh dear, what's coming up? I have had no clue how she would behave. So I just opened the box in trust, and she went out on the table, had a look around, look at the vet, and I said, come on, Ping. And I start doing a few T-touch, and this is now a dog, she just put her head under my arm with the right side, so the vet could take out the stitches. I have done some T-touch around, and everything was done after 5 minutes. She went back into her box. I closed the box. We went out. That's it. It was heart touching. She trusted me in the right situation. She just comes in now into the kitchen. That's all. She don't come on your lap. She comes every day to have her cuddle. But she never will be an indoor cat. But was so much trust builded in this 1 year and with her kitten that she trusts me in the right moment, the right time, and the right amount. And this is what I mean. Trust is something really essential with our animal, and it just takes time. It takes time. So the T-touch, the 1 1/4 circle where we move the skin slowly. It's really, really easy. It's breathing, it's smiling. We move the skin, and if we do this on our hand here, it's good to see, you can see this properly, that I move the skin in a 1 1/4 circle. So I don't make this, I just move the skin, and it's a really gentle touch. You don't need a lot of pressure to move the skin of your hand. You also can try to move the eyelid on your eyeball. So if you just can feel the eyeball under your eyelid, if you do the T-touch with just 1 finger or 2 fingers, that's a pressure we normally use. So it's not a massage, we don't go into the body. And we can do this with the outside of our hand. Yeah, we can do this with a fist, we can do this with 1 finger. You can see this on my cheekbone. It's always this 1 1/4 circle. We always think we start at 6 and move up to 8 and 9. We stop somewhere between 8 and 9. We do this normally clockwise, but as you see how we move our hand, it is clockwise or it isn't. So if you do it anti-clockwise, just give it a go and feel how this feels for you, how this feels for your animal. Normally we do this clockwise, but it depends on. So give it a go. Try how this works best for you and your animals. You can do the T-touch for self-healing for yourself, to calm yourself down. It is easy to do. It is really easy to do. We have some areas on our body where we can reach, but there are always, it's just a part on our back. I think in my size is this size where I can't reach. I can reach the back of my back if I just do my fingers like this. Look at my back, and I can do this. Have a look. I can do a lot of T-touch on my back with my fingers. So if you have back pain or something, you can do the T-touch on yourself wherever it's needed. So try the T-touch on yourself, and then do it on your animal, and then do it with someone else together with your animal. Play with it. If you do it from heart to heart, from soul to soul, from trust to trust, you can't do something wrong. Believe me, you can't do something wrong. With respect, with patience, with love, with gratefulness, to have a friend who is trusting you, with thankfulness, there is a friend who is trusting you. With all this, if you all bring this together, you can change the situation. Or if you have a dog, if you have 2 dogs, and one dog like to be touched from someone else and one dog doesn't, you can touch the dog who just wants to be touched from you, and the other person can do the T-touch on the dog who always like to be touched in the same time, in the safe distance. So there's also, again, building a bridge. It's always this picture of a bridge. From you to the animal, from someone else to the animal, from 2 of you to the animal. So build bridges. Yeah. If you want to learn more, sure, it's always a little bit of advertising. I offer Zoom workshops, beginner workshops, talks about the T-touch. I hope I can be back to do proper workshops this year, beginning of next year. I don't know. We don't know. It's also about respect. Yeah. To take care of us, to take care of others. So any question, send me a PM. If you have another question, this came out of the last chit chats, this question, what can I do if I have an animal who don't want to be touched? If you have another question to me, who is maybe also interested for other people, then send me a PM, put it down in the comments or whatever, and I will have a look. Maybe I can talk about this. If you find out that there are some videos not on Facebook anymore, then I have deleted it, but then they are back on my blog, on my website. I think I will open YouTube channel in the middle of August-ish. So then you also can find them maybe there, but I'm not sure about it at the moment. Okay. So I hope I see you next week. take care of you. I send you a big hard hug. And please take care of you. Give yourself a smile. Bring up the wonderful moments of happiness in yourself. If you do the touch on yourself, the heart hug, and give yourself a smile. Exhale, release all the baggage, and just enjoy life. We only have this one. Yeah? Enjoy and build bridges to people, to animal. Trust and enjoy. Bye. See you next week.